the way you think about challenges matters more than the challenges themselves. Because some person might see a challenge and think it means stop. And you might see it as a way of saying, okay, what's the other way around it? Right? Let me give you an example. In my high school, I studied HKL, history, Kiswahili, and literature. Naturally, by that combination, you can't study computer science, right? But I figured, okay, that's totally fine. I'm actually not trying to get into computer science for the degree. I'm trying to get there for the skills. And so even after high school in Kibasila, trying to get to uni, I wasn't accepted in any of the universities locally for computer science.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm going to study what this combination allows me, while I teach myself these things. Because mind you, I had already built my elimu by then. So I resorted into studying political science and public administration and teaching myself programming and software. And lucky enough, I got a scholarship outside Tanzania, which said, we have seen what you can do. You can come here and study computer science.
Okay.
And that helped me a lot. But what helped me there is the mindset. Is saying that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This doesn't work, I'm going to do this. Because you are growing up in an environment that is one, poor, unless you're one of the lucky few. Poor. 3, it's very myopic. It's very short-sighted. And that is nobody's fault. It's just the fact that people have to deal with immediate things a lot. And so they have to sacrifice thinking long term, because who knows if you're going to be there, right? And 3, you're dealing with an environment that sometimes has a crab mentality, right? If you put crabs in a bucket and one of them tries to get out, they are going to pull the other one, right? But apart from that, you're also dealing with an environment that doesn't like to question the status of things, right? Have you ever heard the story of the monkey and banana experiment? There were like 12 monkeys who were put in a cage, and on top of that cage there was a banana that was hanging. And then every single time any monkey tried to get that banana, the person who was overlooking that cage would punish them in a way, either by pouring water on them or by like teasing them or something. Basically, he would punish them. And so after a while, they would take one monkey out and bring another monkey in. And when that monkey came in, whenever they would try to take the banana, all the other monkeys would stop the monkey, right? Because they know we would be watered down, right? They did this experiment until all the 12 original monkeys were out, after replacing one after another, until all the ones who were new were there. So now they got into a state whereby whenever any other monkey tried to touch the banana, the others would stop.
Would punish the other monkey.
The other would stop that monkey, but none of them knows why. All they know is nobody touches the banana.
And the guy stopped punishing them, right?
Yeah.
By that time.
Yeah. So it was just like out of a habit that I came in here, everybody stopped me from taking this banana. I don't know why, but I know you're not supposed to do it. And all the people who knew the original reasons were gone. And these new ones still didn't do it. And so that's a form of behavioral conditioning, right? That I think can also affect an environment whereby you don't question why things are done the way they're done. Steve Jobs once said something very profound. He said, everything you see around you was created by a person who is no different from you. They just decided that this is how things are going to be. And that became the norm. And so sometimes when you live in an environment like ours, one of the biggest challenges you will have is to conform. to do things the same way everybody does them, and to think the way everybody thinks. And even if you're coming from, let's say, a poor family and you're trying to step out, most people would try to discourage you, like, you can't make it. People have tried before you in this family, in this clan. You know, you think you're very different, you think you're very special. It's also in your environment and with your friends. You might sit with your friends and say, guys, I feel like we have been focusing on the wrong things. We're just drinking and partying, and like distracting ourselves with pleasure. But I actually feel we can think about ways to grow businesses. How about we start buying assets and all that? And the people around can be like, you're just having one of those moments where you think you can change things. But you're going to have to believe yourself more than you believe your environment. If you are to actually break out of it. So that's the biggest battle you'll face. It's not going to be the pushbacks you're going to have. It's going to be the mental fortitude and the mental toughness to push forward to, because you are going to have to unlearn a lot of things that you have learned. You're going to have to forget a lot of things that you have seen as the norm. And you're going to have to reprogram yourself, because all of these challenges, some of them are going to be ingrained so deep in your mind, you wouldn't even think that they are there. You would think that's just the way of thinking. Even your relationship with money, your relationship with the world, your place in the world, you're still going to think it's small. You're still not going to broaden your horizon. So you're going to have to think about a lot of things that you're going to have to reprogram. Like, you have a platform like Twitter and Instagram. You can talk with anybody in the world, but you're still talking to the people in your community. You know, you can literally find a tribe online that believes in the things you believe in. If you believe in finances and real estate, if you believe in technology, if you believe in whatever you believe, even if you believe in zombies, whatever you believe in, there is a group in the world that believes in those things and is working towards doing great things in that area. And you can connect with them. But then again, you're going to have to be intentional. You end up just connecting with people around you. You know, somebody once made a joke, said, you have Google Maps that can show you anywhere in the world. And where do you start searching? You start by searching your house, right? and that while it's a joke, it's a way of saying we live in a world whereby we can connect with anybody in the world, and whatever is it that we want to learn, we can learn almost freely. But we need to have the mindset to do that. And I think that's the biggest thing you're going to have to figure out in Tanzania, to reprogram yourself, to reprogram how you think about your position in the world, to reprogram about what your ambitions are, and grow the mental fortitude that can overcome the leaning towards complacency, towards conformity. Yeah.
So there's a guy here in